Good morning, welcome back to A to Z Gardening, and I'm in here in the greenhouse amongst the vegetables. And it seems in the past few years, progressively more and more edibles is becoming more popular with the home gardener. Everyone wants to see the fruit of their garden labors come to their kitchen table, and I'm here to try to help that happen for you and be more successful and get more fruit out of your garden, and it all starts early. So one of the most important things about having a successful vegetable garden is timing. And I kind of preach this every year about making sure you install the proper plants at the proper time. And I know everyone's itching to get the things like peppers, eggplant, zucchini, cucumbers, and those tomatoes in the ground as early as possible so we can quickly see the fruits. But I'm here to tell you that that cold, damp, early ground that hasn't warmed all the way through is a little bit of a detriment to those warm foot plants, or the plants that like their roots nice and warm. Start your crop with broccoli, cauliflower, Brussels sprouts, kale, cabbage, lettuce, onions. That material will tolerate your early spring cool ground temperatures. If you like to plant by seed, start radishes, carrots, peas. That material likes to be installed in the cool, damp ground, not the heat of midsummer. So as we near that warm summer season, we want to do a few things, and I repeat myself every year trying to help that tomato gardener that's struggling. I too often hear folks say, I've given up, I don't do well with tomatoes, and everyone has a little opinion on what to do that makes that tomato plant thrive, but I'm here to tell you what has worked best for me over the years. One thing is to make sure you have good organic matter, nice rich soil, not heavy wet clay. Add some mushroom compost, some bagged organic material, something dark and rich. When you add that rich material, you can also include some microorganism fertilizer like tomato tone. I have a bag behind me here of tomato tone. It has lots of minor elements in it: zinc, copper, molybdenum, calcium. That's really important for the tomato. It's probably more of a feeding plant than any other vegetable plant you'll find. The other thing you want to make sure is that the pH of the soil hasn't gotten too acidic. That makes the plant not feed appropriately. So adding a bit of lime in the area where you grow your vegetables, your tomatoes especially, will help that calcium soak up and make the plant more resilient to fungal disease and infection on its own. It also helps to strengthen the skin on the tomato, preventing some of your splitting. The other thing that's absolutely most important is even moisture throughout the year. So plant that tomato plant extra deep. If you're going to put it in the ground, imagine this were a smaller start, you can plant that right up. It's one of the few plants that I'll tell you that will colonize roots on the stem. Therefore, you have that nutrition system that the plant uses the roots to draw nutrition. It's going to be a larger root system than the top. You want the plant to almost be balanced or out of balance with more root than top. Planting it deep helps you do that. The other thing that I repeatedly say every year is going out and watering every evening is the worst thing you can do for your tomato. It makes a very close to the stem, close to the surface, dependent root system. Instead, consider, if you have not used, a row of plastic mulch. That plant then will trap that moisture in and keep it nice and even. It stops competition from wind and sun, stops competition from those dreaded weeds, making it easier for you to harvest down the road, and it eliminates you having to water near as much, or sometimes not even at all. So planting through the plastic makes that even terrarium moisture, which makes that large, thriving root system, which keeps your plant from getting disease, fungal, and splitting later in the season. For any questions about growing your vegetables, feel free to contact us, professionals here at Stan's.